Hi, I'm Deb Page, President of the Institute for Performance Improvement, and I'll be sharing with you today about our Launch Learning and Performance Journey as a national experience that we hope that you'll want to join us on. We're an LLC. We're located in Georgia. We've been operating since 2012, and we've been providing the Launch Learning and Performance Journey from about 2013. And we'll share with you the roots of our work in human performance improvement, our Certified School Improvement Specialist National Standards, and social learning. We hope you'll check us out on our website. So this is who we are, and we imagine that you are too. We like to solve problems that are bigger than us. We're committed to it. And we like to help solve problems that people are really complaining about, that they're struggling with. And we stand for something bigger. We equip education professionals to solve complex challenges collaboratively and to innovate together for success for all. These days we hear some things about reimagining education and reinventing. Well, that takes collaboration. And so we're not just in this for ourselves. We're in it to support finding the solutions and the innovations that will create those breakthroughs and benefit students, educators, our communities, and the world. We have a solid track record since 2014 of building the capacity of professionals in education to solve complex challenges through collaborative school improvement using our proven processes and tools. And our participants are always committed to taking their professional practices and their organizations to the next level. That's why we love working with them. So what do you care about that requires collaboration? Is it worth dedicated time, efforts, and resources and really having a process for it? If so, what's standing in your way and what is that costing you? We want to help you. Are your schools benefiting from taking a systemic, team-based approach to school improvement and addressing things that are challenging us like learning loss and educator retention and literacy, other complex challenges? When you look at the PL that you offer and have offered, is it transferring to on-the-job practice for your educators and staff? Are they getting the targeted outcomes, results, and behaviors expected from that transfer of learning to on-the-job practice? And can you show the correlation between your PL and school improvement and other goal attainment? And what percentage of your district leaders and school improvement team members have been professionally trained in proven processes and tools for school improvement? We're here to help you with that. At the Institute, as we said, we equip education professionals who must guide solving complex challenges that require collaboration. And we help them master our proven processes, tools, and practices. And most importantly, we help them avoid some very common mistakes that our research has revealed so that they can successfully guide and engage in collaborative efforts to address their challenges, achieve their goals, and have success. Our work is rooted, as I told you, in human performance improvement and certified school improvement specialist standards for guiding this complex improvement and innovation. When we talk about collaboration, you probably heard me already say in just a few seconds, you probably heard me say collaboration at least 10 or 12 times. Collaboration is what happens inside and between organization and groups, and it's different than working together. It requires shared understanding and goals, and that's what our Launch Learning and Performance Journey helps you to do. Launch is a live 10-course virtual social learning program with an embedded project-based certified school improvement specialist certification. Every participant applies all their learning and tools directly to a complex improvement challenge that they bring to the journey. It's called their Big Rock. And participants have described their experience on this learning and performance journey as their career capstone that really brings their expertise and best practices from a range of disciplines into a coherent, effective facilitation practice that gets results. In fact, the most common response that they have is to ask us why they've not had this development and tools sooner. And we love helping them with that. Our lead instructor, who you'll meet, Dr. Jean Quigg, she's a former Georgia superintendent and a literacy expert. She's also worked in Texas. She's worked in urban and rural settings. She's worked in very high-performing schools and very challenging, high-poverty schools. Our performance coach, Dr. Hinton, is also a former Georgia superintendent who also has worked with high poverty schools, and whose leadership team successfully participated in launch with very solid impact on student achievement. She's an amazing coach. And our other amazing performance coach is Vangie Altman. We met her when she completed launch in 2014, and she is a long-term, highly successful and very valued school improvement specialist in Kentucky. And I'm a former high school teacher. I had 18 years of corporate HR training and workforce development, executive development, and performance improvement executive leadership. And I started our state's Leadership Institute for School Improvement in 2001, and then launched our own practice in 2010 as the Institute for Performance Improvement, focusing first and foremost on supporting school improvement. I mentioned the Human Performance Improvement Principles. If you go to the website for the International Society for Performance Improvement, you can see these principles that have been evolving for nearly 60 years. It's to focus on results, take a systemic view, add value while supporting the organizational purpose, partner and work collaboratively with others, and ensure that the work is conforming and is suitable and feasible, and that it gets done and sustained through a systematic approach. And more than anything, the people that participate in launch tell us that they have something they did not have before. They have a systematic process that they can know where they are at any time in the journey and know which part of the process to focus on at the right time. The International Society for Performance Improvement also has established the Human Performance Improvement Practices. Human Performance Improvement just simply means that we get results done with and through people. And you look at the practice here, look at the need or the opportunity, study the causes, design the solutions, implement, evaluate, make sure that they're suitable, implement them fully, evaluate fully, and then use a systematic approach. And so if you look at that, that's any good school improvement process. And if you look at the Human Performance Improvement Model, sometimes they call it the HPT, or Human Performance Technology Model. Human, as I said, is just the people that do the work and that guide the work. Performance are their activities and their measurable outcomes, and technology is that systematic and systemic approach, that process. And so if you look at this, you see it involves change management, organizational analysis, looking at the gap between where we are and where we need to be, the causes and contributing factors, coming up with sets of interventions and solutions, implementing them, evaluating, and seeing where we are on our journey. And so this is used around the world, and it's very similar to what we in education use as our continuous improvement process. Here's some of the terminology that we use. We talk about facilitating, and facilitating just means that you help to make something easier, to bring it about, to make it happen. Collaborate, as we said, to work together towards a shared goal. Systemic, really looking at those interacting parts of the whole. Performance, what we accomplish or implement. Improvement, making it better, more valued. Systematic, as I said, having a methodical process that's coherent. And that process or series of actions or operations is leading towards a targeted outcome or set of results. Our research was done by our lead researcher, Dr. Judy Hale. She's former president of the International Society of Performance Improvement and also runs their international credentialing. She's also an international performance improvement and credentialing expert in her own practice for many years. She studied education professionals with me who've been successful at guiding school turnaround and improvement, and they were able to turn around the lowest performing schools or advance high performing schools and sustain that performance over time. And what we found as we interviewed these wonderful people and surveyed them and talked to them, that each had independently figured out how to guide school improvement. And they learned this over time by trial and error, sometimes informed by their knowledge of the cycle of continuous improvement, by knowing how to analyze data or look at causes, those types of things, or create a school improvement plan. But what we really looked at is how those people got that work done. And so we captured this as 10 national, now validated, certified school improvement specialist standard. We developed a social learning approach that we can use to build people's ability to do this work on the ground in their schools. And these skills and processes and tools are equally valuable also when applied to other types of collaborative arrangements like career pathways and coordination between K-12, post-secondary, dual enrollment, employers, community organizations, chambers of commerce, other stakeholders, and it's very valuable in your Perkins 5 efforts. Our standards reflect how effective facilitators and school improvement specialists get this done. You'll see the first 5 are pretty logical and linear. We first wrap our mind around the state of performance and analyze and apply critical judgment, looking at the performance factors. Then we use this same process engaging others in ways that they can derive meaning and lean in to the commitment for the things that must change and for the school improvement process. We really focus on systemic factors. What are the factors in our marketplace, our communities, our workplaces, the work that we do, the people who guide and do the work? And then how do we plan that effectively down at the project level, take our school improvement plan and really break it down to get it done, and then organize and manage the resources, distribute it to leadership, and make sure everybody is engaged. If you look at standards 6, 7, and 8, our participants call these their superpowers, being able to guide and focus improvement collaboratively, to build capacity. They said that's job 1 for school improvement because it has to be sustainable. And everybody loves standard 8 about demonstrating organizational sensitivity. So needed, and it is the basis for trust, respect, credibility, and being able to move forward. Then the last 2 things, just like you saw on the principles and practices for people who facilitate performance improvement around the world, is to monitor adoption and accountability and implement for sustainability. And we focus in our program and our learning and performance journey on implementation from day 1. The continuous improvement cycle that we mentioned is usually by educators. It's the plan, do, check, act. Is what is done. Our work focuses, as I said, on how professionals get this done with others to accomplish their goals. Now, this series is a live virtual course series. It's very practical, it's rigorous, and it's performance-based. And it's designed to support transfer of these proven practices and tools to your on-the-job practice. We use both virtual synchronous and asynchronous learning experiences. Each course in the journey aligns to one of the 10 Certified School Improvement Specialist standards. As I said, you focus on your big rock, a complex challenge. You also work and promote our online learning and performance platform, which sort of is like a closed social media space just for our cohort and our coaches and our instructors. Our assignments and class participation are all assessed using clear criteria that you get in advance, and those who complete all their assignments proficiently and really participate actively earn a globally verifiable Certified School Improvement Specialist digital badge, a true credential of value. Great for boosting our organizations and our career trajectories. So this is about getting needed work done. This is not about set, get, and forget. It's about focus and support. You select your big rock, and your performance goals for that big rock with your supervisor, with your team if needed. Successful participants will be able to demonstrate to their supervisor and to anyone else what they learned, how they applied it on the job, what the results and behavior change and improved practices were, and they'll be able to show their progress toward their performance goals. These courses require teamwork and peer-to-peer sharing and coaching, so we're all learning from each other. And you will post your most impactful job-embedded work assignments to your instructor coach for review and approval through that digital promote platform. And these instructors provide valuable coaching and ensure that your final deliverables meet the criteria for certification. And more than anything, as you're working on your work, you're going to have expert coaches who've done this type of work right there in your corner helping you. All our posting is done in the Promote digital feed, and participants also view each other's completed work and give each other feedback and support. We work virtually in teams. We work in pairs, all sorts of ways of coming together to help each other. And your supervisor engagement is really critical to supporting your learning transfer to performance and results. The results are impacted by supervision and support, and the research bears that out. Speaking of research, our social learning and our Promote platform and all of our learning and performance journey is designed based on the research of Dr. Robert Brinkerhoff of Western Michigan University. He is the top international expert on successful transfer of adult learning to on-the-job performance that gets results. And our social learning that's embedded in this helps people learn with and from each other. And so we're not just learning from an instructor or a coach, we're really learning from who is in our cohort. And that's the best of the best. And we get inspired by each other. We share best practices. We network. We leave with a network of professionals that we will carry with us for a very long time, way after the journey ends. So we also, as we said in our research, we learned about some pitfalls. And what we will share with you is how to avoid these, make sure that your results are sustainable, that they don't falter or fail. We'll introduce you to the enemies of implementation, show you how to avoid them. And you may be surprised that some of these things seem like the right things to do, and maybe what we've done in the past, but they have actually been blockers to success and sustainability, and they arise out of a sincere intent to help, and sometimes some assumptions that we have that can keep us from really helping people get to where they need to be. So every participant is an expert. We aren't experts in everything, but everybody brings some expertise to this. We really value your expertise. We want you to share it. We will tell you that on every learning journey that we've led, and we've led hundreds and hundreds of people on many, many learning journeys. And it is typical as experts that you can experience brain pain when you begin to really examine your practices, your mental models, your processes, and we really think deeply about things that we've learned through years of trial and error and learning and practice. And know that sometimes that can hurt a little, but when that burn happens, that's when experts are learning and moving to the next level. Each course builds on the next. They're very carefully crafted. And when our diverse points of view and experiences come through and it's connected in the right way, that is a social learning that the research shows that causes our learning and our practice to stick and for us to be able to be effective in it on an ongoing basis, to be successful, create success for all. So we invite you to join or enroll a team in the launch learning and performance journey. Our teams that come together love the shared learning and working, and they sometimes will bring a team big rock and they break it down into their individual big rocks. We love regional or local cohorts. We'll do it for a single school district or a region, a state. Sometimes we do these nationally. Organizations will be provided purchase orders. You see the price there, and we do give a $1,000 discount for all participants that are enrolled by August 15th of 2023, and each journey is limited to 30 participants so we can give everybody the support and attention and opportunity to share that they deserve. Now, it's up to you how long the journey spans. It's typically at least 6 months, sometimes longer, depending on the scheduling preferences of the regional or local cohort, participating state, that type of thing. Each virtual course session requires about 4 hours of participation, either in live synchronous or asynchronous learning and working in the digital platform. Enrolled participants will receive an orientation, and your supervisors will also receive an orientation to know how to best support you and help you reach where you're going on your learning and performance journey. So if you have any questions or need information, contact me, Deb. You'll see my email and my phone number there. I'm located in the Eastern Time Zone, and I hope you'll reach out. We look forward to exploring this, hopefully going on this wonderful journey that we've done with so many people that always leaves us hating to end a cohort because we just so admire the professionals that we work with, but always better from having known you. So we look forward to working with you. Please reach out. Thank you.